is an absolutely incredible day. We're grateful to Governor Andrew Cuomo for his generosity in creating Nourish New York. It released $25 million to the food banks all across New York State so that we could use those funds and purchase New York State grown product. You know, the farmers, when this pandemic hit, the farmers lost their revenue sources. The restaurants shut down, the schools shut down, and obviously the businesses shut down. And the farmers were stuck with a lot of product and they just couldn't get it out. There was a period of time where even some of the product was getting turned over in the field and they were doing milk dumping. But Nourish New York turned that around. And so food banks across the state are using those funds to purchase product. All of the product being distributed to our 5,000 guests today are getting Nourish New York product. And I know that my colleagues at food banks across the state have already purchased close to 3 million pounds of product, and there's much more to be going.
We are here today because of a really great program, policy solving problems. You know, you had all this food being produced by our farmers, our great agricultural community. We have the most diverse agricultural community in the state of New York, right here in Suffolk County. But our farmers upstate, and food being wasted because the system wasn't set up to deal with this. Well, thanks to the governor, thanks to people like Assemblyman Ramos and our state leadership, we have Nourish New York, which now delivers the resources to our farmers who desperately need it to make sure that food does not go to waste, and it provides it to incredible organizations like our Island Harvest that allow days like this to happen, where 5,000 of these meals are going to be served fresh produce, non-perishable food items for families who desperately need it during this global pandemic. And this is the way government is supposed to work.
I too would like to join the chorus of thanking Island Harvest. Firsthand, I know what they have done for our community throughout this crisis. We have been in touch with them. We have families in desperation. We've had people who didn't even have formula for their baby to get through the day, and Island Harvest came through. So I want to truly thank you on behalf of my community.
It really is an honor to be here today. The thank yous that you heard, I echo all of them, starting with the governor in his leadership during this incredible, unprecedented crisis. Island Harvest, you are making such a difference. You have for years and years, but it is ever so more important now. People that never ever thought that they would have to be worrying about where their food was coming from are being taken care of.
In order to help 5,000 people, you need to put together a well-choreographed day. And so we've been really fortunate to work with the town of Islip and the supervisor, Angie Carpenter, with the police and with Westfield Mall, so that we could coordinate all the logistics ahead of time. We know we have cars that are all the way out to Sunrise Highway. They're circled all across and snaked throughout this mall. We have a line of people all around the mall as well. This is well choreographed. We have stations set up with food. We are taking the consideration of the temperature. It's very hot out here today, but we have our refrigerated trucks and we're feeding the food to the stations every 10 to 15 minutes to keep the product out of the heat. And we're going to be moving 108,000 pounds of food today. Each person coming through is going to walk away with about 20 to 25 pounds of really great food. It's dairy, it's milk, it's cheese, it's produce, it's all different types of product, including masks and sanitizers. So we're really happy to be able to support so many people here in Suffolk County, and particularly in the town of Islip. You know, we all want to help, we all want to do something, but not everybody has the opportunity to help in the same way. First, we tell people all the time, go to islandharvest.org. Number one, you could contribute funds. It takes a lot of money to run an organization like this, to run our trucks and get the food out into the community. Secondly, we need food. And so there are people out in the community that have resources that could get us large quantities of canned and packaged foods. We need that help. Food drives, we're encouraging food drives around the community. And we're starting to open up volunteer opportunities. And so on our website, there's a special section that says volunteers, and you could register to volunteer, and you'll get an alert about all different opportunities, and you could choose what you're comfortable with. You know, We look for the community to be involved with us. Quite frankly, we need everybody to be an ambassador to get the message out that there is hunger here on Long Island, not just during this pandemic time, but all year round.